friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm chatting with you about a collective haul. I went to Tree Hut, LUSH, and the Sephora VIB sale, and I thought I would just show you the goods because I'm pretty excited about it. And I know we're in a world full of like anti-hauls and will I buy it, but here I am, I bought it and I want to tell you about it because I still think it's fun to see what a person who has not sent things for free actually wants to buy. So we'll begin with Tree Hut because I was at a place which is so exciting to tell you. I only really have a few scrubs and none of them are really summery scents. And when I was at my local Target, I saw that they had a bunch of summer scents and I was like, oh, I'm curious. Let me go look online and see what they've got to offer because I don't know if Target has everything. So I ended up grabbing 3 scrubs and a shower gel. Very intrigued about it. So the first one I have is vanilla, which is not super summery and is very basic and boring, but oh my gosh, it doesn't just smell like vanilla. It smells like it has some kind of like musk to it. It is lovely. I think it'll be a great, just sort of, I call it like a neutral scent, meaning I could use it any season and I would like it. So I feel like if I whip through my other 2 like summery ones and I'm still not in fall mode or to want to use the scents that I actually have in the closet, I probably will pull the vanilla one out. Now let's go ahead and talk about actual summer ones. This one is pineapple. Oh man, I don't know what it is. I am really coming around to pineapple and coconut as scents. This genuinely smells like a can of pineapples that you cracked open and the juice of it that's inside. This is what this exactly smells like. I think it smells awesome. This could totally backfire. I mean, I actually like it on my body, but I think it'll be fun for summer. I'll probably put this into my shower next when I need one in there. And the other one I bought for summer is Peach Sorbet. Oh man, this one also, yeah, it definitely has peach ring scent. If you've ever had those peach candy rings, which I think are a delicious scent, like delicious candy, these smell exactly like that. So I'm very jazzed about it. And then I was really intrigued by this. This is their foaming gel wash. It claims that it's for a hydrating oil complex with watermelon and cinnamide. Know nothing about any of those claims, but it's watermelon scented and it's a shower gel basically. And I've had the watermelon scent as a scrub a couple of summers ago, which I liked. So I figured I could try it out in this format. It does read a little bit oily to me, which I don't know if oil has a texture, but if it's foaming, it might pan itself out and be okay. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I've never even seen anything like this. The other ones that they had were different scents, had different claims. Don't go for the claims. You're going for the scent. That's why you're trying this, in my opinion. So I went for this scent. I didn't really care much about the hydrating claims that it came along with. Okay, next up is LUSH. I would not describe myself as the biggest LUSH person, but I was intrigued because LUSH has brought out wax melts and I'm always intrigued by that. And they did a collaboration with Mario Brothers, the movie. And let's just, small tangent. I don't think we've talked a lot about this. I am a 90s child. And much of my childhood was spent playing the original Nintendo with Duck Hunter, then getting N64 and playing Super Smash Brothers, Yoshi's Story, Super Mario, or I should say just Mario, along with Mario Kart, Mario Party. Like, that was my jam. I'm actually a pretty big video game person, specifically Nintendo. Like, I was also a Game Boy kid. And I predominantly played Mario games. I sometimes strayed for Pokemon, sometimes strayed for Zelda, but at my heart of heart, the core of my collection, which I still have my N64, still have my Game Boy Color, I have my Game Boy Flip that flips up like this, which I thought was super cool, got that in high school. I still have all of those things and I still occasionally play with them. I'm a Wii person, I have a Nintendo DS, I'm all in. So when the Mario movie came out, my sister and I went and saw it, and the amount of Easter eggs, the plot is kind of silly, and I'm not there for the plot. I was there for the nostalgia, and I was there for all the Easter eggs, and they did not disappoint. So I will fully admit, this collaboration has sucked me in for nostalgia, and I was a little bit sad I didn't like more of the scents, but there were two things from the collection that sucked me in. The first was Princess Peach Shower Jelly. I don't really know what a shower jelly is, so I'm gonna need people at home to let a girl know what the shower jelly is. But the scent, I couldn't stop smelling this. I mean, oh my God. It's so good. It is juicy notes of peach and pineapple make this jiggly jelly smell worthy of Princess Peach herself. And very much, I would imagine her smelling like this. This feels on brand for her. I don't know what this is. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I do wish they had it as a body wash, which was not an option. And maybe it had come out as that, but the store that I was at didn't have it. I don't know. This is what I'm working with. So tips from the masses would be great. The other thing I got, listen, it's ridiculous. I'm going to say it up front right now. It's ridiculous, but I absolutely could not pass it up. It was the bath bomb. Pause, please. Are you ready? Okay, this is a bath bomb, which, or like smash it, you know, as I'm like driving through Mario Kart and like hitting my power up. Could not. This was stupid expensive. It was $20 for a bath bomb. Yes. And the only reason I agreed to give my 20 hard-earned dollars to this is because inside here is a soap. So it's just like a real power-up. Like, you're gonna get a soap out of here. Apparently, the Rainbow Star is the like most illustrious thing to get. I don't know what is inside this box. It is ridiculous. This I don't have a big enough bath to like justify this size bath bomb. And I am not ruling out like breaking it and using it in pieces. That would totally destroy the fun element that comes along with this, which is kind of what sucked me into it. But to think I'm taking a $20 bath is kind of wild. Again, if the soap were not in here, the price could not have been justified for me. But yeah, I just be still. My 90s Nintendo heart, that is magical, absolutely magical, and I can't wait to find out what soap is in there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that, and if nothing else, like I spent $20 to have fun, and there are worse things I've spent $20 on, I'm sure. Other thing I got were two of their, what they're calling aroma and bath melts, which is interesting to know that I can put this in my bath or in my wax melter. I don't know, suspicious, whatever. But the two that sucked me in were Sleepy, which is Sweet Dreams are made of this best-selling lavender and tonka infused potion. Yeah, that's lovely. And then I also got Butter Wouldn't Melt. Sweeten up your day with this irresistible vanilla and butterscotch scent. So they had a few more, but I did not like the scent of anything else but these two. These also are expensive. These are $10 a piece, I think. Maybe more. I just can't quite recall. But for only having gotten 4 items, it was a pricey purchase. So I'm really curious. It's also like the packaging for a wax melty product isn't great. There's really not a lot of packaging, which is kind of like Lush's whole thing. I get it, but I think I would prefer like a container like this with these broken up into it so that I could just pull one out and not like fear these melting in the short term if I live in a warmer climate. But curious about it nonetheless. And I think I shop at Lush maybe once a year, if that, maybe twice if I'm feeling super spicy. So I was really excited to find those, and I would be curious to know if you are surprised to hear that I'm a video game person still to this day, or also I was a big Sims person. The amount of hours probably quantifies years of my life spent playing The Sims. Not just the original Sims. I mean, yes, I had all of like The Sims Magic, The Sims House Party, The Sims Vacation, all of those, but no Sims 2. Like once we move on to like past Sims into Sims 2 world, not my jam, but The Sims. I would love to own a PC, like an old school PC, so I could play Roller Coaster Tycoon and The Sims. We could talk a lot about video games and computer games because a lot of my time was spent and is not as much now that I'm a mom, but prior to becoming a mom, a lot of time was spent playing video games. So maybe you didn't know that about me, maybe it's off brand, who knows, but that's just a real truth about me. Anyways, let's talk Sephora, probably the real reason why you came to this video. But I, with the Sephora VIB sale, was a little spendy this time around. A little spendy indeed, because I was going to purchase some things to stock up on that I knew I would need for the summer, but then also I've really fallen into like a Supergoop hold. So let's talk. Where to start? We'll go with the boring stuff, the repurchasey stuff. I purchased three of the wave sprays. This stuff is dumb expensive, but y'all, it's hair curling season. So I'm here curling my hair. And I basically have made an unspoken rule, and I'm now speaking to you, which is that if I go through all three of these this season, that's it. I'm not gonna buy any more. I really feel like I don't go through more than one a month, but I don't really actually know if that's true or not. So I'm gonna pay close attention to it. I do have some other drugstore ones that are okay, but nothing is as great as these. So I thought I would just go ahead and get three. I probably would have bought three anyways, sale or no sale, so that's why I got it. And then I needed to purchase a moisturizer. I needed a new daytime moisturizer, so I just rebought the Inky List Omega Water Cream. This stuff is great. It truly does feel like I'm putting water on my face, but what I like about it is, especially, I live in a New England area, it's super muggy up here in the summer months. So for me, I don't need anything super rich or heavy. I like something that's lightweight that will be absorbed quickly by my skin and not weigh my skin down or make it feel icky or gross, especially when I go and automatically feel sweaty or just icky and sticky because of the moisture in the air. So this is lovely for that. I think I had one last fall, and I definitely thought to myself, this would be great for the summertime. So I decided to rebuy it for the extra price. Then I moved into Sephora land. Sephora, I want to say we're a year into them offering 30% on all the Sephora collection items. So for me, that means that I repurchased my lash primer. I have two of them, the Lash Craft Lash Primer Base. This stuff is great. Here's what it does for me. I don't struggle with length or amount of lashes. I struggle with thickness. I want my lashes to look thick and clumpy. It's a sweet spot. This just adds a little bit of extra texture to my lashes for black mascara to hook onto to give me a little bit more thickness, which I'm here for. So I like this stuff for that. And 30% off was great. I now, because of the 30% off sale though, have started to move into like trying some other things from the line. So this time I went with two things to try out. I went with the glossed Sephora collection lip gloss in the shade Witty. I have to say, the color cosmetics platform for Sephora collection, I don't love. Like looking at shades and stuff, I find it very annoying and not well laid out. So it took me a while to pick the color I wanted to pick. This is what I went with. I don't know what they actually described it as, but this gloss is lovely. Here's what I think is unique about it compared to other glosses. I'm a person who likes to have like thick, shiny, glossy lips. Just like a big juicy lip is such my jam. But a real con of that is if it's really like juicy and thick on there, you can get the little like lip streaks, which isn't cute, or you could get anything stuck in them if there's like a single hair of wind, also not cute. This is a thinner but thick gloss. Like my lips, I think, look nice and juicy, but it doesn't disappear in 3 seconds. It holds on there. I mean, it really holds through me talking, through me eating a light snack. It still is there. It's not gone in 15 minutes like a lot of other glosses. So this has me intrigued, thinking about buying another one maybe if I can figure out a color. I'd prefer to look at these in person, if I'm being honest. I feel like they would do a lot better in person. I have nothing on my lips except for this gloss. So you can kind of get a feel for the color of it, but it's nice, and the packaging is weighty and enjoyable, so I'm here for that. I also got a blush. I think they just recently relaunched these, re-released these. Same story. I find the website annoying for choosing my blush color, but I decided to go with this one. It's called So Shy. I love packaging in that this top color here is what you get inside here, which is so lovely. The model, I couldn't tell how pigmented this was, if it was matte, if it had glitter in it. Like I said, I think that they could really stand to improve the usability of the choosing the colors and all of that part of the website, but I don't really have a peach blush like this, and I've been finding myself actually really enjoying it. It's one of the few blushes I've owned where I have to actually dig my brush in to get the kind of pigment I want, which might not sound like a compliment, but for pale me, that is rarely the case. I'm normally like, just touch it barely so that you don't get too much because it'll be too stark, you'll look like a clown. This is not the case. I have it on my cheeks right now. It just is very like natural, light looking, which I do prefer. I do like. I don't know if that's the story of every blush, if it were like a deeper color, if that would have been the case, or if this is just truly the best color for me from the line, but I'm really liking it for these summertime looks, so pleased with that choice. And then we'll talk about something boring again before we go into something fun to wrap up the balance, and that is sunscreen. So I think it was last summer, purchased a small version of the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen to use as a face sunscreen underneath my cosmetics or just on my face in general. And let me tell you, it's magical. I am a person who hates applying sunscreen. Even as a kid, hated applying sunscreen because it just, the sensory experience, the feeling of it, the texture, like, oh, it just, I hate it. It's the worst. This stuff was not terrible to apply. I liked it. And it really is not a lie. The Unseen sunscreen, it would absorb in really fast and not make me feel any different than if I hadn't applied it. Genius. Key, had to have it. So for this summer, since I finished that one off, I decided to go with the full size, the big, I think they call it maybe even the jumbo size, I'm not quite sure, but I went with the big guy and decided to go ahead and get it. This stuff is not inexpensive, but I'm okay paying for sunscreen at a higher price point, even though I'm gonna go through it, as long as I know that it's going to be a pleasant experience and I'll actually wear it. That to me is the costs versus payout. Like, that's worth it to me. I also bought before Disney, they came out with a body version of this stuff. So I was like, yes, give me. Wore it for Disney, same experience. It went into my actual body skin flawlessly. It was lovely. I'm a big fan of it. So I now have both for my face and for my body. Very pleased about it. And then I decided to go with the resetting refreshing mist. I have had stuff like this before. It basically is face spray sunscreen, which you can really apply over makeup. That's how I first got into it. Ulta came out with one which smelled offensive but was very effective, and I've been using that ever since, but I'm willing to give this one a try and see if I like it. It is SPF 40, which is lovely. I mean, same thing here. This is also SPF 40. It's real SPF. It's not like 2 or 5, which does nothing for a person like me. So I'm looking forward to trying this out, and hopefully it's as good as the Unseen sunscreen is, because the stuff was also not cheap, but it was worth it. All right, lastly, to round this all up, is a highlighter. Many of you, I don't know, a while back when I was talking about wanting a pink highlighter, were like, girl, get yourself the Dandelion Twinkle highlighter from Benefit. So I decided to go with it. This is what it looks like. I feel like this could be potentially great. It just depends. It feels like one of those light, like sort of glittery satin, and I'm more of like a give me a streak on the side, like who is that? Who am I? Out of this world kind of thing, but not really dead on. So I don't know. I feel like I could like it. I haven't actually applied it to my face yet, so I can't weigh in, but like that looks, compared to my, I don't know, we'll play with it, we'll see. But I decided to let you know that I did pick this up based on your recommendation. So hopefully you did not let me down. We'll find out. But that is it. Those are the 3 places I made purchases from. I'm excited about the goods. I'm enjoying the things that I have so far. Looking forward to trying some other things out. And as always, I'll report back my actual final thoughts either in a declutter or in a trash talk. So stay tuned for any of those. And as always, thank you so much for being here and watching any part of my video. Being a part of my channel in any way is so appreciated. And I look forward to talking with you real soon in my next video.